Can I see the new Carti Kanye picture? I don't know. I don't know if that's new. I know what you're talking about. But you know what is actually ridiculous? Is that one eBay picture where somebody's selling his gum? They gotta be trolling. Cannot be real. I bet you. You know what? With Carti stands, it would not be that surprised if somebody like scoped him out while he was on stage doing his thing, like all his screams and whatever he does, jumping around, getting swamp ass in his leather pants. You know, it's probably he's slipping and sliding in his own pants because leather pants do not breathe. But as I was saying, I would not be surprised if a Carti fan, because they just like that. Just, you know, maybe he went down backstage, right? He took the steps down, spit out the gum that he was chewing while performing, and that person like, oh God, let me get that gum. Although there's no way to verify it unless you do like a DNA test. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they gotta be trolling. 40,000, crazy. $14 to ship too. Just put it in an envelope. What the hell? People buying this like it's an NFT, like it's gonna go up in value. Actually, doesn't gum like disintegrate? It's gonna get hard too. It's just gonna be like a pebble. You won't even be able to know if it's gum anymore. This is similar to that Drake thing where where is it? You can book his house, his home studio for 250 grand an hour, that is. No Drake feature included, no engineer included. What's even the point, bro? Like, okay, let me do some math real quick. So if you get $0.0045 per stream, 250 grand, $250,000 divided by 0.0045, you'd have to get 55.5 million streams on one song across platforms to break even just from recording. That doesn't even count the marketing. That doesn't count the mixing and mastering, the engineer, the beat. What are you doing? My God. Especially because people just got home studios at their own crib. Shit, this is like a home studio right here. Like this mic that I got, I can record a rap on it. It might not be like perfect quality like Drake, but still, like, most people cannot hear the differences. Especially if you're an upcoming artist. People be recording in BandLab with their phone as the microphone, and it sounds actually decent. BandLab be going crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But I think Riff Raff did it. But there's no way. Riff Raff paid like $500K or something. Right here. $500K. I don't know if this is true. This gotta be some sort of promo. Or maybe he wrote it off and like asked his label to pay that $500K just so that they could post it. But 2 hours, like, how many songs can you really record? And like, can you even guarantee that you're gonna release one of those songs? Like, you could come up with some utter trash. You better go in there with some ghost writers who already sent you reference tracks so you can do like 10, 15, 20 songs. Otherwise, and then you won't even be able to enjoy that studio. Like, look how comfy this looks. This is probably like, look at that couch. This is probably not even for recording. This is for Drake to be on his smooth light skin shit. He probably says something in the mic. It's like, oh wait, man, I was about to say some corny joke that I can't even think of one. But like in a Drake voice, like, I can't even record this song because I'm just thinking of you. And then he looks back at the couch. He starts pouring some wine for her and whatnot. You don't even get to enjoy the ambiance for that money. Was I starstruck when I saw Trippie Redd? It's like weird because Yes and no. I feel like I've worked my way up where, yes, Trippie's like super famous and a celebrity, but at the same time, I've like met underground rappers up into the level like it's a stepping stone. And so you get used to meeting the people that you listen to. So yes, I was like, of course, starstruck a little bit, especially when he kicked me out of the studio. I was like, damn, he. But I don't act weird. I just like mind my own business, act like myself. Although it does get a little bit quiet, especially when you're in the middle of a rapper's crew at the studio. Like they got their own inside jokes. Also, like, you know, I'm white. There's no, and there's nothing around that. And so when there's people who I'm just not culturally in tune all the way. So but I'm cool with K Suave too, so it kind of like smooths me in, you know. And then I'm cool with like K Suave's, like the people who roll with K Suave as well, because they're more like internet. But like a lot of Trippie's friends are like I don't know, more deeper hood, shall you say? I don't know. Like they're not internet. They're not internet. Bob Trippie kicked me out of the. No, we've gone over this. It had nothing to do with Tana. He kicked me out because I was live streaming in his studio. He didn't want me there. Also, Trippie didn't invite me to that studio. I don't know how many times I gotta repeat this. Y'all just dumb. Trippie did not invite me to the studio. Tana invited me to that studio and his manager. And so Trippie didn't know I was gonna be there. And so that he was trying to record music and I was sitting there like screaming or like doing whatever I was doing with Tana. So that's all it was. He was just like, yo, get out of my studio. And then eventually he's like, he saw the value in me, I think. And he's like, oh, Bob's still here. He's still in the game. Like everybody was saying that. How many years have people been saying that I'm going to fall off? Y'all probably sick of me. I've seen so many tweets even go viral being like, oh yeah, Baba Lamb's fall off will be documented. We need to document it. Oh, bruh, still here. I'm not saying I'm up now. I'm just saying I'm still here. And it's like a self-sufficient business too. Like it's even more situated now. Like I don't even have to stream. I don't have to be on YouTube either. Like everything else pays for everything. I do it because I like streaming. I like keeping in tune with what's going on in music. And also it does help like the business if I'm still the face of the brand. Cause then the Instagram doesn't get as poppin' if like I'm not involved in it at all. You know, I'm glad you quit talking about retiring. There are still times where I'm like, yo, but I just had to switch it up. And I gotta do what I want. Cause there are times where I'm like, why am I talking about these kids? Not in that way, but like why? Like I don't give a shit about some of these artists. And that's why when 2021 passed, low-key, I was happy. I'm like, thank God. Cause so many people wanted me to talk about like rappers that I just did not like their music. And so when they fell off, because I know y'all know what I'm talking about, like the 2021 wave underneath Sofago, like none of those rappers are relevant anymore. And that's why even Arshawn, KTO, like he's talking about quitting. I told him to go get a new job. Go get a job so you can like, because it's weird being a YouTuber, or just a content creator, media company, whatever. Like when you're an owner, it's lonely. And you don't live a regular life. You give up the 9-to-5 life so that you can work literally all day. Like I've been working today from 9 a.m. to right now. It is 2:30 a.m. Now, granted, I take breaks here and there, and I worked out or whatever, but like you're constantly thinking, like when you have a job, you 9 to 5, you're working, and let's be honest, I got a 9 to 5 too. We ain't working 9 to 5. You're kind of cooling for a little bit. You take a lot of breaks. You don't have to work that long. And then after 5 p.m., you get off. You get off your shift. You don't got to think about it. Friday, you do not think about it. No, I get no weekends because I'm working on things. I got people to pay. I got to make sure the bills are paid. So that's what he's going through right now. And I understand it completely. But as I was saying, like he's got bills to pay. But when you're an interview host, you're kind of dependent on other people and on like interviewing cool rappers and upcoming rappers. But at the same time, there really ain't that many. And at some point, he was kind of forced to interview a lot of these relevant rappers that maybe he didn't even like. And right now, it's kind of like a cooling period before the next wave. So that's why. But yeah, I'm not going to quit. Don't worry. I just got to shift. And that's why I started my third channel, Not Babalam. And it's like a range of topics. And it's making good money now. So like, I'm just setting myself up. I got so many income streams that like I feel good to just do what I want rather than chasing the views or chasing content that I know will do well. Like I'm gonna still do what does well, but then also do what I want. If that makes sense. Because before, like there was a period when I wanted to quit. Like I felt like I could only do Carti content or like whole lot of red or whatever. And it just got so repetitive and boring. I was like, bruh, I can't do this till I'm 40. But now that I'm getting to more mainstream topics, that's why I'm glad the underground kind of cooled down so we can get back to the mainstream stuff like Uzi, Carti. Now Yeat's a bigger artist. And Summers and all, as these artists that we talked about in the underground are growing, like it helps me too. My thoughts on ChatGPT. I use it. Shit. I use it like in everything I do. I use it for work, like my 9 to 5. I use it for research on YouTube. I use it for helping with tweets or headlines that I'm trying to word in a good way. It's not perfect, but it definitely assists in the creative process. For sure. Yeah, if you use it in your essay at school, like that's golden. Although it's not always correct. I'm not gonna lie.